All right, Inga, thanks again for joining me today for this interview. I'm sure everybody's going to really enjoy the answers that you're going to provide for me, because what I have done so that I can listen and pay attention is put all my questions on paper so I can really be focused and dialed in. But I must ask you, Inga, pronounce your last name for me.
Got it. It's Inga Hovhannisyan, and I'm so excited to be here today with you, Wes. I am originally from Armenia, born and raised, and I moved to the States to go to school. I graduated early from high school, so I decided to give it another shot and come and check out high school here. So that's how I really originally moved to the States.
Oh, great.
It's been a little while.
Yeah, that sounds terrific. All right, Inga, I know everybody's waiting to hear these questions I have for you. Okay, the first one I have, Inga, is what is the credit union difference? Tell me a little bit about that.
Sure. So, Wes, the credit unions were created really back in late 1800s. And the idea was there were coworkers and friends that came together and said, how can we help each other save money and borrow money? And the idea really moved through time to today. And the idea stays the same. It's the credit union difference is people coming together and helping people save money and be able to borrow. Credit unions make a difference because we're not for profit. So we don't have shareholders, we don't have stockholders to worry about. We just have our members to worry about. So that's our main focus. And that's what we do every day. And we do have a volunteer board, which makes a big difference as well. They're all volunteers that come in and volunteer their time to really be able to focus on the member's needs, and to help the credit union move forward with that. So that's really the biggest difference that the credit unions make.
Wow. So the board is volunteer, and it's people. It's all about people, and that's really neat. I like to hear that. All right, Inga. So my second question for you is, why Homebase versus others? I mean, it seems like there's a bank of some sorts on every corner of every road. So why would someone say, okay, I want to go with Homebase versus this big ABC bank?
Right. That's a great question, Wes. And for me, I think there's so many different reasons, but the biggest difference that makes to me with Homebase is our intention and our heart to do the best for our member. I started with the credit union a little over 14 years ago, and that's what really got me going here. How much I love being here is because how focused we are on the member and how we really truly put our heart out and make sure we meet their needs and we exceed those expectations that they have. The other reason that I really love about Homebase is the fact that we support the local businesses. We support the local community, and that is what we're here for. Our mission is to improve the lives of our members and to build a stronger community, and we really, truly strive to live that mission every day. And I think that's what makes the biggest difference with Homebase, is the fact that we truly do that. Every day we come in through these doors.
You're very community oriented toward the community, and what does that mean? How is Homebase helping the community? Can you share
Sure.
an example or a situation?
Absolutely. We love being a part of the community by offering different services like financial literacy that we have. We have actually a certified financial counselor on staff that meets with members that are open to it, and there's no charge for that. They're just here to help members have a better financial future. That's one. Another ways of doing it is really partnering with local businesses to provide that financial literacy to their businesses, to their employees. We love sponsoring the local events, always open to sponsor and be able to be a part of that community. We have one of our staff members is actually specifically there to build the local businesses, the relationships we have with local businesses, to be able to see what their needs are and try to meet and exceed those needs as well. So that's really our biggest focus, is just being there, and the services, the people we contract with, really we want to keep the money local.
Neat. Okay, that's really cool to hear. I didn't know. I didn't even know all that. So that's very interesting. So we're talking about community, and we're mentioning member. I'm assuming the member would be the customer or the person that comes in, when you say member, what does that mean? How would someone become a member of like Homebase and, start saving money? It sounds like through the programs that you guys offer. How would they do that?
And yes, you are right. We don't have customers. We have members. What the difference is every member has a vote. Each person that has an account with us is our member. Kind of like we mentioned before about credit unions in general, we don't have stockholders to worry about. We don't have to make stockholders money. We have our members, and that's it. So every product we implement, every service we implement is always all about that member that is with us to make sure we meet those expectations of the member. And that's the beauty of it, I think, for the most part. But at the same time, people have needs. There's so many financial institutions there that provide great products and services. And a lot of times people think a small community credit union might not have these services that make my life a little bit easier. They might not have Zelle. They might not have external transfers or bill pay or a mobile app, which that's a myth. And I love, letting people know that we have Zelle, that we have a mobile app, and we have the functionality of turning your card on and off or setting limits on your cards that you're able to use to better have more control over your finances. The one big difference is, to me, I think is important to note, is that credit unions are regulated how much we can charge on our loans. So that makes a big difference in how we save people money. Is we can't charge over 18% on any loan. So the big difference that makes is if you look at your wallet, and a lot of people have the larger financial institution, the credit cards with large financial institutions. Nowadays, with the rate environment we're in, a lot of these rates have gone up because they are variable rates. They can change with the environment. So if you look at the person with the best credit, their credit cards in their wallet from the larger financial institutions are at 20% nowadays, just because the rates have been going up. With credit unions, we are regulated. We cannot charge more than 18%. So that's our highest possible rate. So of course, our lowest rates start a lot lower than that. And that really gives us the ability to look at members, look at their financial situation and be able to refinance some of these and be able to say, we can do much better just because we have our rates quite a bit lower than what you have today. So I always ask people to start with that. Start with your credit cards, and nowadays, there's a lot of people with the credit card debt. And it's important to be able to pay that off. You want to have that rate lowered to be able to make some dent on that, on the balance you might carry.
Absolutely. Now, I can speak to that from being in real estate. There are a lot of people that have credit card debt. So What I hear you saying is you have all the bells and whistles of the larger banks. Mm-hmm. You're more community oriented. You're more people oriented. You're saving money. So like if I had one of these higher credit cards, not saying I do, but if I did, I could just bring it in and you could.
Absolutely. We would take a look at it and see what we can do to lower that rate. And, one nice thing about it, and I love talking about this too, is our financial counselor will help negotiate with the current financial institution you have, or look at if we can do better. So we're going to take all those different things we can do to lower that, regardless whether it's here or somewhere else. But it's going to be important to look at it and say, how can we make that payment matter more and lower that principal that you owe? We're going to do something to make it feasible.
Okay. And you do all sorts of loans, car loans, small business loans.
That's right. Yeah. All of it.
Well, that's great. That is wonderful. So what is the best way for someone to get in touch with Homebase?
If somebody is not a member and would like to join, there's a couple different ways to do that. We can go online to go to homebasecu.org and click on Join Now. And in order to join Homebase, you do have to live, work in the community that we serve, which is the 14 counties and 4 cities in the Richmond metropolitan area, which goes all the way up the Tri-City area, of course. So it's a very big geographical area. So as long as one lives or works in that community, you can join online or by just coming into one of our branches, which we are actually in the process of opening our branch in Chester, and it will be open this month. So I'm excited.
Oh, yes. It's in my neighborhood. So, yes. Yeah, that's terrific to hear.
Yeah,
okay.
But we're excited to see people. So absolutely, come on, join one of the branch, come in the branch to join, or just go online and we do have our member advisors that are on the phones also helping if there's any kind of an issue or any question that somebody may have, to just call us at 804-452-0736 and talk to one of the advisors that can help.
Terrific. Inga, thank you again for taking the time out of your busy schedule and having this interview with me. I know there's going to be a lot of people out there that can gain some valuable information. We've told them how to get in contact with you. We told them the difference between what a credit union is versus maybe the big box companies. And all of it sounds like it's just like a no-brainer. Everyone should be a member of the credit union, what it sounds like. So.
I agree. No, thank you, Wes, very much. Thank you for the time. I enjoyed speaking with you. I always love talking about the credit union and the credit union difference. So this has been my pleasure.
Absolutely. Thanks again, Inga.
Thank you.